Okay, so today we're going to do a new score. We're going to be working on this over the next 2 days, but we're going to be doing pretty much all of the heavy lifting today. Tomorrow, we're really just going to be finishing up a couple small details. So we're going to be doing another churney exercise. I'm going to call this churney, let's just call it churney exercise. And we can specifically write that this is composed by Carl Churney. I can show you the little excerpt in just a moment. We've got the subtitle. This is where I'm going to put Opus 139, number 1. And no copyright because it's public domain. We're going to be in the key of C major. Instead of 4/4, I'm going to shift to the more old school common time, which means the same thing. Tempo. I'm gonna click show tempo marking on my score, but we're gonna play around with that a little bit later. And then this is only gonna be 8 measures. That's gonna take us the whole way. That's gonna get us our entire score set up and ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna configure my screen so that I've got this split between my Musescore, so I can do kind of have both on the screen. So I'm doing input while I can also see should be like this. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start by taking a look at just an immediate discrepancy, at least for me, that comes to mind. If you look at the excerpt I've got on the left, we have 2 treble clefs. Now, in the score that I've set up, I've got a treble and a bass clef. Now, this is a really easy thing to fix. You can go to the palette selection on the left, click the one that says clefs, or you could just search clefs if for whatever reason it's not popping up for you, and drag and drop the treble clef into the spot that you want it to be. And now, boom, that problem is immediately solved. So I'll close that up and let's get into the note input. So hit N to get note input mode going. We've talked about a few different rhythmic types. Quarter notes, we've talked about if you hit the number 5, you'll get quarter notes. If you hit lower numbers are going to give you lower rhythms. So 3 is going to be 8th notes, 2 is going to be 16th notes, and so forth. So how do we get a half note? We haven't actually done these yet. So 5 is a quarter note, and going lower down the numbers makes the notes faster. Then you could probably guess that going higher on the numbers makes the notes slower. So 5 is a quarter note, 6 is a half note, and that's how I set it up. So I'm going to start E, F, G. Do you remember how to do 2 notes together at the same time? Let's find out. I'm going to start with the bottom note. I'll just press a C. Ooh, wrong octave. Control down arrow. So to stack another note on top of this, I hold the shift button and then the note I want to do, which is E. There we go. And we've got a lot of these coming up with quarter notes, so I'm switching to number 5. For quarter notes, I'm just going to start with the lowest note, B, and shift D to get them together. B, shift D. C, shift E. D, shift F. And now we're back to half notes. So I'm going to go to my number 6. We're going to do some more harmonic intervals. D, shift F, and C, shift E. Now it looks like we've mostly got some of the same notes coming up. So I've exited note input and I'm going to just copy and paste because it looks like ba-da-da-dum. That's exactly the same all up to here. These notes are all going to directly copy. So Control V or whatever command, whatever it is on on Mac products. Gonna go back to note input mode over here and finish it up. C, shift E to do them together. D, shift F, B, shift D, and then single notes C, E, C. Note input mode exit. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to just pop on the bar lines on the sidebar. I can just drag and drop the repeat so that we've got the right visual setup here. Okay, so now I'm going to N for note input in basically the left hand, but this is the treble clef again. So single notes F, C. Oh, that's too high. Control arrow down to get to the right octave. We want middle C. And we want that to be a higher G. D, G, E, G. Wrong octave. Control down. G. And now I have a low G. And now I have a high G. So a lot of octave shifting. B. Get that to the right octave. Notice lots of back and forth with the note input to get everything in the right octave. Now, I want to see if I can copy and paste. So C, G, D, G, E, G, C, G. Yes, I can copy and paste all the way up until here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Control V, there we go. And I can pick up note input here, hit N. We've got another, oh, an F, like that. And now we have harmonic intervals. C, Shift E, G. Oh, that one's a low, got to move it up. And C. Got to move that back down, Shift E. Okay, so this is as far as we're going to take it today because we wanted to just basically get the note input, wanted to talk about the double treble clef and entering half notes. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you. This is a pretty quick one. I've got the tempo marking here, but I actually don't want a numerical marking. What I want is something that says moderato. So I'm opening up the tempo section, and there it is. I'm going to just drag and drop moderato, and I'm going to get rid of this. Now, moderato, just control Xing that. Moderato, it looks like it's going to default to 114 beats per minute. Depending on the piece, you might want to adjust this number. I'm going to hit the space bar. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, I think that's a good tempo. If we wanted to maybe make it like 110, 14's a little slow, I'm clicking on the moderato letters, clicking properties on the sidebar on the left, and I'm going to just override with the tempo. Let's do 120 instead of 114. And now my moderato is going to default to 120. All right, last thing to do is save our exercise. This is our 5th score that we've done. And I'll meet you back here tomorrow.